and you can either have them dead center,
Yeah.
or you can have them on one of those thirds,
Yeah.
right? And that tends, I tend to like using one of the thirds if I'm doing like a sit down interview or something like that with a person. Well, you can only interview people, right?
Well, I mean, I've never tried interviewing animals before,
Never
but
tried interviewing a bird.
maybe that's something we could try at some point in time.
Right.
Interview some animals and see what
I'm
happens.
sure there are people doing that right
Yeah.
now as we speak. But yeah, if I'm doing an interview, I like to put someone on one of the thirds, left or right third.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that, you want to make sure if you're putting them on one of the thirds, you want to make sure that you're intentional about which side of which direction they're looking. For
Yeah.
example, we're sort of on the third, right? Not completely, but sort of on the third for what we're doing.
Yeah.
We'd probably bring it a little closer in if we're doing the lower third, not lower third, the ruler third thing. But in essence, what you want to do is have that person looking towards the direction. So, for example, if I were the one being interviewed, I would want to be looking towards the side of the frame where I have the most space.
Right.
Right? It'd be weird if you were on that third and looking that way.
Right.
It's a thing. It's a
For sure.
It's a creative. Like, you can actually do it, but it has to be an intentional, creative choice. Outside of that, you don't want the person's back to be where like 2/3 of the frame is.
Yeah.
You want them to facing the 2/3 that have space.
Yeah.